Mastery is not just about being the best. It is about the continuous pursuit of excellence. Yes, mastery is not just about being the best, it is the continuous pursuit of excellence. And you see, mastery is not a destination, it is a journey with an experience. I'll say that again. Mastery is not a destination, it is a journey with an experience. So, great evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again on another exciting Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. Yes, I am Mr. Upgrade, and I'm super excited to have you join us again on another exciting Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. You know, on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, we do this every Sundays from 7 p.m. all through to 8 p.m. I will basically just get to do four things. Yes. Number one, we get to take your questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask your questions. We'll gladly take them. Number two, we get to share with you the Upgrade Mastery tip for the week. And for this week, the Upgrade Mastery tip is mastery. Yes, mastery. We're going to talk about mastery this time. And there's so much we're going to unpack on this conversation on mastery. Number three, we get to connect, network, and bond because we understand in the world that we live in today, connecting, networking, and bonding is very critical and very key. And number four, we get to have fun. Like we always say, if learning is not fun, there is no learning at all. And the truth remains that whatever you learn with full pleasure, you remember in full measure. So that's why we get to have fun, why we do the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. And I'm super excited for another conversation we're going to be having today. All I'm happy for you to do is to invite your friends, your family, your loved ones, and even your enemies so that they can be part of this conversation because this will just help them begin their upgrade journey. Like we say, upgrade is not a destination, it is a journey. So once again, I welcome you to the journey of upgrade. Okay, so on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, we also begin with our basic 5 questions. Now, while we wait for you to send in your questions, we also have our 5 questions we start off the show with. Now, these 5 questions help us to lay the foundation upon which everything we'll discuss will be built, right? So with these 5 questions, you get to understand where the conversation is headed, right? We get to lay the foundation for you to be able to follow us all through the conversation we're having at this episode, right? So we're going to begin our basic 5 questions as usual. And we're going to start with the very first, which is question number 1. Yes, question 1. What is mastery? What is mastery? When you hear mastery, what comes to your mind? What exactly is mastery? Tell me, when you hear mastery, what comes to your mind? You know, yeah, okay, that guy has attained the level of mastery in what he or she is doing. What exactly is mastery? I'll tell you what it is. You see, mastery, it is the highest level of expertise in a skill, a field, or a discipline that is achieved through deliberate practice, deep understanding, and sustained effort over time. That, my friend, is mastery. So I'll say that again. Mastery, it is the highest level of expertise in a skill, a field, or a discipline that is achieved through deliberate practice, deep understanding, and sustained effort over time. That is mastery. So when you say somebody has developed mastery or somebody has mastery, what you're saying is that that person has the highest level of expertise in that field or in that skill or in that discipline that has come as a result of deliberate practice, deep understanding, and sustained effort over time. That is how they have attained mastery. And the truth is this: mastery is possible for you And for me, it's possible for anyone. If you put in the work, you will attain mastery. Mastery is not the exclusive of a certain few. It is there for all. If you want it, go for it. Are you getting this? If you want mastery, go for it. Because when it comes to mastery, you must pay the price. So now we know what mastery is. Question number 2, who's responsible for mastery? Who then is responsible for mastery? The answer is simple. You are. The level of mastery you attain or don't attain is entirely up to you. No one is responsible for mastery but you. You are entirely responsible for mastery. So whether you attain mastery or you never attain mastery is all up to you. So the question is, are you ready to attain mastery? Are you ready to put in the work to attain mastery? Because you are responsible for mastery. So you see, when we do this every time, we come here every Sundays, we come every Fridays, what we are doing, we are learning and we are on our journey to attaining mastery. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Question number 3. Why mastery? Why is mastery important? Why do we have to talk about mastery? Why mastery? I'll tell you 3 reasons why mastery. Number 1, for ease and flow. See, when you attain mastery, there's a certain level of ease that you have. There's a certain level of flow you operate with when you attain mastery. So one of the reasons why mastery is for ease and flow. Very important. You are doing this without any form of struggle because you have attained mastery. There's this ease. You know, what others may struggle to do, because you have attained mastery in that thing, you do it with ease and with flow. That's why mastery is important, because you have a certain level of ease and flow that happens when you attain mastery. So why mastery? Number 1, the ease and the flow. Number 2, why mastery is because of competence and excellence. See, as you attain mastery, you gain competence. And mastery is best seen through excellence. So, because of competence and excellence, mastery is a necessity. Because the one who has attained mastery can never be a mediocre, can never be average. The one who has attained mastery has competence with excellence. Now, this is why mastery is important. There's competence, there's excellence that comes with mastery. The third reason why mastery is there is innovation and teaching. Now, when you have attained mastery, you can innovate some things. You can bring in some new perspective, new dimensions to some things, and also you can also teach it because it has become part of you. See, one of the things that mastery does for you is that it makes it second nature for you. There are things now that you have learned, practiced over time that become second nature to you. So why mastery? The third reason why mastery is because of innovation and teaching. Now you can innovate some things. Now you can teach some things because you have attained mastery. You know, you can teach what you know, but you reproduce who you are. I'll say that again. You can teach what you know, but you reproduce who you are. So when you've attained mastery, what you are teaching is what you have become. Are you getting this? So this is why mastery is key, because of innovation and teaching. You cannot innovate some things. You cannot teach some things because you have attained mastery. Question number 4. What are the benefits of mastery? What do you stand to gain now that you have mastery? What are the benefits of mastery? I'll tell you 3 benefits of mastery. Number 1, there's deliberate practice. Mastery demands deliberate practice. Now, this is not just practicing anything. You're practicing what you should be practicing with so much deliberateness. So when it comes to mastery, there's deliberate practice. You know, I told us all the time, I often tell us that the proof of any learning is practice, and the proof of practice is result. Mastery, one of the benefits of mastery is that there's deliberate practice. Let's say you want to get mastery in public speaking. So there's deliberate practice in public speaking. So you're not practicing something else and you want to gain mastery in something else. The thing that you want to gain mastery, there must be deliberate practice in that thing. So that's one of the benefits of mastery. There's deliberate practice. Second benefit of mastery is that there is deep understanding. Now, when you've attained mastery, you gain deep understanding. You have depth, width, and height in that particular field. You have deep understanding. You're not leaving things to chance. You have deep understanding because you have attained mastery. So there are things that you now know that the common person wouldn't know because you have attained mastery in that field. There's depth. The third benefit of mastery is that there's resilience. See, one of the things that you realize as you make progress in life is that you are going to hit brick walls and you're going to be met with setbacks. But because you have developed mastery, you have gained the ability to be resilient. You don't quit. You don't give up. You are resilient. You keep pushing. You are resilient. That's because you have attained mastery. Are you getting this? So this is what you benefit when you arrive at mastery or when you attain mastery, because I said mastery is a destination. I said mastery is not a destination, I beg your pardon, but mastery is a journey with an experience. That's why you keep getting better. You keep getting better. Mastery is not a place you get to. Mastery is what you become. I'll say that again. Mastery is not a place you get to. Mastery is who you become. That's why I say it's a journey with an experience. And the three benefits of mastery is that there is deliberate practice, there's deep understanding, and there's resilience. There's resilience. And you see, when is the best time for mastery? When is the best time for you to attain mastery? When is the best time for you to become a master at what you do? The last best time for anything was yesterday. Today is the next best time. Now is the next best time for mastery. Now, not tomorrow, not later. Now is the next best time for you to attain mastery. And you see this, guys, like we said earlier when we started, mastery is not just about being the best. It is the continuous pursuit of excellence. That tells you mastery is a journey. Continuous pursuit of excellence. And I said, mastery is not just a destination. It is a journey with an experience. That is mastery. Now, we're going to break this down so that you can be able to understand it. Right? We're going to break mastery down so that you can be able to understand mastery. We're going to break it down, right? So that you can get it and understand it and follow it, right? Now, the M in mastery is mindset. Mindset. Now, when we talk about mindset, we're saying a mindset of growth, a mindset of improvement, a mindset to be better. Like a mindset that doesn't settle for average or mediocrity. It starts with a mindset because when you want to attain mastery, you must put in more work than the non-regular person. The regular person can just do it, okay, so it doesn't look like they didn't do anything. But you that wants to attain mastery, you must put in more work. And that can only happen when you have that mindset for mastery. You have that mindset for improvement. You have that mindset to be better. See, there are people who are okay with being average. There are people who are okay with being mediocres. There are people who are okay with just being good enough. But with the mindset for mastery, excellence or nothing. That's why mastery begins with a mindset. It's a mindset of excellence or nothing. I can't settle for less. I can't settle for average. I can't settle for mediocrity. It's either excellence or nothing. That's the mindset of mastery. That's the mindset that pushes you. Because you know this can be more. This can be better. So it's the mindset. That's where it starts from. The mindset. Mastery begins with the mindset. The A in mastery is attainment, because you have set the course of what you want to attain. Mastery is something that you attain. You know, they say good, better, best. Mastery is best, is what you attain. You know, when we defined mastery earlier, we talked about it is the highest level of expertise in a skill, a field, or a discipline that is achieved. There is the attainment. I want to attain mastery. So when people are in school, for instance, they are in the university, for instance, there's several grade levels. There's A, there's B, there's C, there's D, there's E, there's F. Several grade levels, right? The person who wants to have first class will only aim to attain A grades, because that's the only possibility first class is achievable. The same way, mastery brings an attainment. There's something you want to attain. There's a level you want to get to. So there's the attainment in mastery. I don't just want to be comfortable. I don't just want to be okay. I want to attain mastery. There's the attainment. So all the time you're putting in the work, doing the extra hours, deliberate practice, is because of what you want to attain. So with mastery comes attainment. There's something you want to attain. There's something up there you want to attain. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Right? The S in mastery is service. See, if you want to attain mastery, you must get willing to be committed to service. Serve people. Service. Remember, I say all the time that service is the giving up of yourself faithfully towards the attainment of a goal without expectation of reward. The giving up of yourself faithfully towards the attainment of a goal without expectation of reward. Mastery is about service. It's about service. The more you serve, the more you're attaining mastery. See, you can't attain mastery in isolation. You must be serving. Because it's through service you see areas for improvement. It's through service you get feedback. So there is no mastery without service. Are you getting this? So there is service that must take place for mastery to happen. It was in the place of service that David was able to kill the lion, he was able to kill the bear, and then still service, he killed Goliath in service. And that comes to help you attain mastery. Right? So the S in mastery is service. The more you serve, the more you attain mastery. True service. Right? And then the T in mastery is time. The scripture tells us that there's a time for everything. See this, guys, mastery also takes time. No mastery happens overnight. You don't attain mastery in anything suddenly. No, there's the time process. That's why I often say this, that every master was once a disaster. So there was a time you didn't have mastery. But as you put in the work, as time went on, you attain mastery. There is the time that it takes to attain mastery. None of us were born with any skill. Any skill you have now, you learned it. And you learned it because you put in the work and it took time. And now you have attained mastery in that skill because of time. You know, when they say that the difference between people many times is time. But it's not just time, it's what you do with time. The difference between the billionaire and the poor person is what they do with their time. Because even some billionaires were once poor. And even some billionaires became poor over time. So time is a very important ingredient when it comes to attaining mastery. Time. The E in mastery is excellence. Mastery is about excellence. You can't attain mastery in mediocrity. You can't attain mastery as average. You can't even attain mastery as good, because with mastery, good is not good enough. Mastery is about excellence. Mastery is excellence or nothing. But take note, mastery is not perfection. Mastery is excellence. Because perfection is unattainable, but mastery is achievable. Excellence is achievable. So mastery is about excellence, what you can become. Only God is perfect, but you can be excellent. And as you attain mastery, you develop predictable excellence. The kind of excellence that can be predictable. You know, when a Lionel Messi stands over a free kick, you can be certain, even before he hits the ball, it will get into the back of the net. Why? Messi over time has developed mastery with free kicks that he has attained predictable excellence. Predictable excellence. In the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, you could see it when he stood over the free kick. Before he even kicked the ball, the commentator said, "This is a goal. This is Messi's spot. This is like a penalty for him." But it was a free kick. But because of mastery in taking free kicks, he had developed predictable excellence. And you see, the arrow in mastery is resilience. I told you earlier, when it comes to mastery, you don't settle. You're resilient. You keep pushing until mastery is attained. You don't quit. You don't give up. You keep pushing. You're resilient. You're persistent. You're consistent. You keep at it until you arrive at mastery. So there's the resilience that you have. You don't cower in. Keep pushing. There's resilience. There's resilience that happens with mastery. And finally, the why in mastery is you. Mastery is for you. Like I said, mastery is not the exclusive right of a select few. But mastery is for you. Mastery is for anyone who is willing to pay its price. Mastery is for you. And this conversation is just a wake-up call to awaken the giant in you that yearns and longs for mastery. Don't be average. Don't be a mediocre. You are more than that. You are more than that. Wake up that sleeping giant in you. Mastery is attainable for you. You can be a master and not a disaster. It's in you. It's in you. And all you have to do is wake it up. Wake up that giant in you. Wake up that giant in you. It's in you. So this is what mastery is about. This is what mastery is about. Right? Are you getting this? This is what mastery is about. Is what it is. The mindset, your attainment, service, the time, the excellence, the resilience, and you. This, my friend, this is mastery. And I welcome you to your journey of mastery. Like I said, mastery is not a destination. Mastery is a journey. And you must begin your journey of mastery. You must begin your journey. You must begin it. It's a list that you can do for yourself. You must begin your journey of mastery. Now, 3 things about mastery. Number 1, there's the commitment. Number 2, there's the consistency. And number 3, there's the character. These 3 things are key for mastery. 1, the commitment. When it comes to mastery, you don't start and stop. You don't say, okay, let me do it and let me rest. No. There's a commitment to mastery. You're committed to it. True and true. You're committed to mastery. There's a commitment that takes place in mastery. There's the consistency. And we talked about deliberate practice earlier. There's the consistency. And this consistency is structured and has a strategy to it. It's consistent. And all of this is building character. It's building character. How you show up, how you live your life, how you do what needs to be done. It's building character. This is what mastery is all about. So 3 things about mastery you should always remember and always keep at the front of your mind. There's a commitment to mastery. There's a consistency for mastery. And there's the character for mastery. These 3 things must be there for mastery. They must be there. The commitment, the consistency, and the character. Now, there are 2 traits. 2 traits of mastery. 2 traits. Number 1, resilience. You don't quit. You don't back out. You don't back down. Resilience. Number 2, competence. Someone who has attained mastery has arrived at competence. So these are 2 traits. So when you see these 2 traits, you know that this person is up for mastery. They're resilient. They're competent. Yes, they are not a novice. They are not naive. They are competent and they are resilient. That's the person who has the traits of mastery. Competence, resilience. Now, the one goal of mastery is predictable excellence. where the excellence is predictable. So the excellence is not a fluke, it's not a one-off, it's not a mistake, it's not a hit and miss. No, it's predictable excellence. See, anyone who has attained mastery have arrived at predictable excellence. With everything they do, you can predict it will be with the touch and the hallmark of excellence. Mastery gives predictable excellence. Are we still together? There's predictable excellence with mastery. The one goal of mastery is predictable excellence. You can easily predict the excellence because mastery has been attained. And you see, I told you this earlier and I'll say it again. Every master was once a disaster. But let me put it in the context of mastery. Every master who attained mastery was once a disaster. So that's enough encouragement that even you right now, who may look at yourself and say there's nothing that looks like I've attained mastery, it's okay. You do what I'm sharing with you right now, in no distant time, you would attain mastery. And you look back and say, I was once a disaster, but now I am a master. Because every master who attained mastery was once a disaster. Because nobody was born with mastery. We all learned our mastery. We all attained our mastery. Nobody was born with it. Nobody came to the world excellent. No. We learn our excellence. Are you getting this? We learned our excellence. And see this, guys. Mastery is both a journey and an experience. So, with everything you're doing in your pursuit for mastery, you are on the journey. Like we said, mastery is not a destination. You don't arrive and say, okay, I'm done, I've arrived mastery. No, it's a journey. But in that journey, there's an experience. There's an experience. So mastery is both a journey and an experience. So as you are attaining mastery, you are on a journey. But on that journey, there's an experience. So that's why mastery is both a journey and an experience. You getting this? Is this making sense? See, there's the pathway of mastery. There's a pathway. And I believe that you must understand this pathway, right? It starts off at a hobby. And every one of us have a hobby, things that we take as hobby, right? I like to do this, I like to do this, this is my hobby. Everybody has that hobby. But as you continue to practice, your hobby becomes a talent. You can now say, oh, I have a talent for this, oh, I have a talent for this. As you continue to practice again, that talent now becomes a skill. So you move from hobby to talent to skill. But as you continue to practice, that skill now attains mastery. So you move from hobby to talent to skill to mastery. That is the pathway. It starts off as a hobby. It becomes a talent. It becomes a skill. And now you attain mastery. That is the pathway. Hobby, talent, skill, mastery. And all of this takes practice. It takes time. It takes growth. It doesn't happen in an instant. It doesn't happen overnight. That pathway, just like the egg does not become the butterfly instantly. It first becomes the larva, becomes the caterpillar, then becomes the butterfly. The same way, you go through that pathway for mastery, hobby, talent, skill, mastery. You go through that pathway. And you see, mastery is beyond practice. Because beyond practice, there must be deliberate effort. Beyond practice, there must be the mindset. Beyond practice, there must be the strategy. So mastery is not just practice because people are just practicing. No. There must be deliberate effort in the practice. There must be the mindset in the practice. There must be the strategy in the practice. That's how you attain mastery. Mastery is not just practice. It's not just practice. It's not just practice. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? You see, I'll tell you about the story I once read about Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian who has the most gold in swimming. And originally, Michael Phelps wasn't really into swimming, right? It was his sister who was into swimming. So he would follow his sister for her training and all of that. So one day while his sister was training, he just thought, okay, let him just get into the water and just do some moves and all of that. And he did. And then the coach was watching him. Saw how Michael Phelps was in the water. And then when he came out, the coach went to his board and wrote, in 6 months, world champion. He told Michael Phelps, what I've seen, if you're committed the way you should be committed, in 6 months, you will become a world champion. And true to the words of the coach, in 6 months, Michael Phelps became a world champion in swimming. Why am I saying this? That story sounds simple, but that story is the evidence that mastery is attainable for anyone. Mastery is attainable for anyone. I told you earlier, mastery is not the exclusive of a select few. Anyone can become a master. Anyone can attain mastery. It's not for the elite. It's not for a select few. It's for anyone who's willing to pay the price for mastery. You pay the price, you achieve the prize. Are you getting this? When it comes to mastery, you pay the price, you achieve the prize. It's that simple. Anyone can attain mastery. Anyone. It's not for a select few, but anyone can attain mastery. And even you watching this, who's still having doubt in yourself, this is the affirmation that you need to believe in yourself and to let you know that you, yes, you can attain mastery in that area where you want to attain mastery. It's possible for you. It's possible. Are you getting this? It's possible for you. See this, guys. Mastery transforms how you think, how you work, and how you contribute to your world. Mastery transforms that. It transforms how you think. It transforms how you work. It transforms how you contribute. That's why it's important that you gain mastery. That's why it's important. And you see, the journey of mastery is demanding, but the rewards of mastery are amazing. Did you get that? The journey of mastery is demanding, but the rewards of mastery is amazing, both personally, professionally, and even intellectually. The rewards of mastery is amazing. Amazing. See, with mastery, you must have genuine interest to attain it. Else, you can become okay with mediocrity and average. So when it comes to mastery, You must have the genuine interest that you can attain mastery. You must have the genuine interest. If you have the interest in mastery, mastery will be interested in you. Did you get that? If you have the interest in mastery, mastery will be interested in you. But if you don't have the interest in mastery, you become okay with average, with mediocrity, with just being good enough. You become okay with those things. But no, not you. Not you. Say this with me. Not me. Not me. Mastery is my goal. Not mediocrity, not average, not good enough, but mastery. That's my goal. See this. I will not fail to tell you some of the enemies of mastery you must be aware of. There are 5 of them. These 5 are the enemies of mastery. Number 1, laziness. When you are lazy, you'll never be able to attain mastery. Yeah, that's a big enemy in the top 5 of mastery, laziness. Because when you're lazy, you put in the work. When you're lazy, you go the extra mile. When you're lazy. So one big enemy of mastery is laziness. Number 2, excuses. As long as you keep making excuses, you will never attain mastery. Because when it comes to mastery, it's excellence or nothing. No excuses. No excuses. So the one who wants to attain mastery makes no excuses. Only makes uses. No excuses. But the second enemy of mastery is excuses. The third enemy of mastery is procrastination. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it another time. Procrastination is an enemy of mastery. The one who procrastinates can never attain mastery. It's not possible. You can never make it. The one who procrastinates can never attain mastery. So as you keep procrastinating, you keep pushing mastery far off. As you keep procrastinating, you keep pushing mastery away from you. The third enemy of mastery, procrastination. The fourth enemy of mastery, I told you there are 5. The fourth enemy of mastery is mediocrity. Mediocrity is an enemy of mastery. Just do it mediocre. Just be mediocre about it. Just do it anyhow. Mediocrity is an enemy of mastery. The one who rides on the wings of mediocrity will never ride on the wings of mastery. Mediocrity is an enemy to mastery. And the 5th enemy to mastery is average. Average. It's just there. Average. And like I tell people all the time, average don't win awards. You've never seen anybody giving an award for average. Average don't win awards. The same way excuses don't pay bills. Average don't win awards. So these are the 5 enemies of mastery. Number 1, laziness. Number 2, excuses. Number 3, procrastination. Number 4, mediocrity. Number 5, average. These 5 are what will stop you from attaining mastery. These 5. And the truth is, if you are being honest with yourself, you will see yourself being already held back by one of these 5 or all of the 5. So tell me, which one holds you back the most among the 5? Is it laziness? Is it excuses? Is it procrastination? Is it mediocrity? Is it average? Which among the 5 holds you back from attaining mastery? Let me know in the comment. I want to know. Tell me in the comments, which among these 5 is the one holding you back from attaining mastery? Is it excuses? Is it laziness? Is it procrastination? Is it mediocrity? Is it average? Which? Is it all 5 or 3/5? or 4/5, or 2/5, or 1/5? Tell me. I want to know in the comments. You see these guys? Nobody began at mastery. We all grow and evolve towards mastery. I didn't begin like this. No. I didn't begin this good. No. I could still remember how it was back in the day. But look at it today. Years under our belts of practice, of development. That's why we are here now. And we are still on the journey. That's why upgrade is a journey. It's called the upgrade mastery journey. It's a journey. The journey of upgrade is a journey of mastery. That's why it's upgrade mastery. One day probably I'm going to talk about it more so if everybody understands what it's all about. It's a journey. It's a journey. But nobody began at mastery. We all grow and evolve into mastery. No one began at mastery, no. But as we grew, as we evolved, we are attaining mastery. And you see, mastery does not happen overnight. Don't just wake up and then you are attain mastery. No, mastery happens overnight. Over nights of hard work, over nights of no sleeping, over nights of dedication, over nights of consistency, over nights of resilience. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It happens over nights of deliberate effort, continuous practice, and strategic adjustment. That's how mastery happens. And see this, guys. Just because you admire mastery does not mean you will attain mastery. You can admire a Bugatti. You can admire a whatever car brand you admire, but it doesn't mean you own it yet. You can admire a Porsche. You can admire a Lamborghini. You can admire a Ferrari. Just because you admire it does not mean you have attained it. So because you admire mastery in people does not mean you have mastery. Mastery is not transferred by contact. They can't lay hands on you and you receive mastery. No. Mastery is work. Mastery is work. Just because you admire mastery does not mean you will attain it. You only attain mastery when you do the work. Like I said, mastery has a price. It has a price. You pay the price, you would have the prize. As simple as that. Mastery has a price. You pay the price, you achieve the prize. It's as simple as that. No more, no less. Pay the price of mastery, you achieve the prize for mastery. It's as simple as that. And you see, to attain mastery, you would need deep learning and understanding with deliberate practice. You need it. You need deep learning. You need deliberate practice. You need it. You want to attain mastery, you need deep learning and understanding and deliberate practice. You want to attain mastery, you will need patience, consistency, and the right mindset. You want to attain mastery, you will need patience. You will need consistency. You will need the right mindset. You want to attain mastery, you need to have purpose, passion, mentorship, and community. These are things that you would need to attain mastery. I'll take them again so you can understand it. 1, you will need deep learning and understanding with deliberate practice. 2, you will need patience, consistency, and the right mindset. 3, you will need purpose, passion, mentorship, and community. This will help you to attain mastery. It will help you in ways you least expect. This will help you to attain mastery. And see this, guys. David in scripture is an example of somebody who attained mastery. Yes. Did you know that when Saul was being possessed by an evil spirit, right, David would play his harp and the evil spirit would leave Saul? How good can somebody be? Just playing his harp, the evil spirit that tormented Saul would leave him. David was good at what he does. David had attained mastery. That's why it's called the sweet psalmist of Israel. He had attained mastery playing the harp. He was not just making a joyful noise. He wasn't making a joyful noise. But what he was doing, was so powerful and angelic that it could drive out demons. David had attained mastery in playing the harp. You see, David also attained mastery with his sling. That's why he saw that when Saul was trying to give David his armor to go and fight, David said, no, I have not tried this. Which means I've not used this to attain mastery yet. But with my sling and my stone, leave it. I know what I'm doing. What is that telling you? David have attained mastery with using his sling and his stone. When he got to Goliath, David did not miss. He picked 5 smooth stones. He only used 1. He didn't miss. He didn't miss. That's how good David was, because he had attained mastery. No wonder David himself could say that he had the skillfulness of his hand, using his hand for the harp and using his hand for battle. And he also had the integrity of heart. David, he had attained mastery. The question is, are you attaining mastery? Because mastery, like I said, is not the exclusive of a select few. It's for everybody. Everybody puts in the work, everybody would attain mastery. Are you putting in the work for you to attain mastery? Because mastery is possible. Don't settle for less. Don't be a mediocre. Mastery is possible. Mastery is possible for you. It is possible. And you see, you can never arrive at mastery and not be dominating. The same way, nobody is ever dominating without mastery. So when you arrive at mastery, you will be dominating. You'll be dominating. You have full dominion because you have arrived at mastery. And you see, nothing separates the contenders from pretenders like mastery. It's mastery that helps you to know who are the contenders and who are the pretenders. I'll give you an example. You see, when the Premier League will start in August, you see some teams who may be doing well initially. They may be topping the table, but come January, you see those teams are now bottom half of the table. The real teams that would top the table would have taken their positions at that time. Why? Those are the real contenders. The ones who were initially topping are just pretenders because they have not attained mastery. Then you see teams who are winning 11 games straight, no losses. Those ones have attained mastery. They are the contenders, not the pretenders. You see, mastery separates the contenders from the pretenders. See, when it comes to mastery, it was never about how you start. It's about how you continue and how you finish. Yes. Mastery is never about how you start. It's about how you continue and about how you finish. That's what mastery is about. Not about how you begin. That's why even scripture says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So it's not about how you start. Mastery is not a sprint. Mastery is a marathon. You build up as you continue. You build up as you go along. That's mastery for you. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? See this, guys. Mastery is not luck. No. Mastery is not a fluke. Mastery is a lifestyle. You've developed it to the point it has now become a lifestyle. Mastery is not a one-hit wonder. The people who are one-hit wonder, they release one track and that's it. Other tracks, they release flop. But mastery is every track is a hit, back to back. Back to back. Because mastery is not a fluke. It mistakenly happened. In 2016, Leicester City won the Premier League. Like the whole world was surprised. Leicester of all clubs won the league. In a league where you have Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham, even Newcastle. Leicester City won the league. But where is Leicester City today? They are relegated again. They were back in the league last season. They are relegated again for this new season. Why am I saying this? Mastery is not luck. Mastery is not fluke. Mastery is a lifestyle. Mastery is a lifestyle. So if it happened once by mistake, that's not mastery, it's by mistake. Because I told you the goal of mastery is predictable excellence. Predictable excellence. Not by mistake. Not a fluke. Not by luck. It's a lifestyle. Are you getting this? Mastery is a lifestyle. And you see, mastery pushes the boundaries of great. You know, I've told you earlier, the enemy of your good, the enemy of your great is good, right? Mastery pushes the boundaries of great, which means when you become great, because you are attaining mastery, you push the boundary of great again. When you do something so well, you're like, can there be more? Yes, with mastery, there is still more. That's why we say there is always more on the upgrade side of life. It's not just a cliche. It is what it is. There's always more. Because mastery pushes the boundaries of great. When you thought you have arrived and that's it, mastery pushes it further again. It can be more. It can be more. So now it's beginning to make sense for you when we say there's always more on the upgrade side of life. Because mastery pushes the boundary of great. And see this, guys. At the end of mastery is more mastery to attain. Did you get that? At the end of mastery is more mastery to attain. You're still going further. There's still more mastery to attain. This is not where it ends. This is not where it ends. At the end of mastery, there is still more mastery to attain. And finally, as we begin to wrap this up, guys, mastery helps you attain freedom. You know me, I say it all the time. Freedom is not doing what you like. Freedom is doing what is right. And mastery helps you to attain freedom. Yes, you are truly free when you have attained mastery. You know, if you ever watched the movie Doctor Strange, the Marvel's series, right? Doctor Strange. You know, Doctor Strange actually was a medical doctor who was very good with his surgeries, right? And then he had that accident. And then it affected his hand and all of those. And so he was recuperating. He now met that his master who was now teaching him. And he could see what the master was doing. And then one day the master had a conversation with Dr. Strange while Dr. Strange was still recovering, right? He had not come out from his training. And then he told Dr. Strange, asked Dr. Strange a question. He said, how did you get, no, he was teaching Dr. Strange how to make that loop, right? You can now walk through, right? How you could do it. And Dr. Strange was not getting it. And Dr. Strange was being worried. And then he told Dr. Strange, in your practice in medicine, how did you get good at your surgeries then when you were still doing surgeries? And he said, through practice. He says, through learning and practice, through study and practice. So he also told the master, told Dr. Strange, to also get this that you are doing now, it will also come through study and practice. I said that to bring you to this point that mastery will always come through study and practice, just like Dr. Strange. So you too can attain mastery through study and practice. Guys, this is it. This is it. This is the conversation for the day. This is the conversation for the season. And in this new month of August, it's time for you to attain mastery at whatever it is that you do. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for average. Mastery is available and mastery is possible for you. So guys, I hope that you've learned something on this conversation, and I hope that you have enough to go back and practice so you can be well on your way to attaining mastery. Like we always tell you here, 3 things will happen for you in this new week. Number 1, increased voice of God. Number 2, open heavens over your life. And number 3, more angelic activities in all that you do. Remember, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. And that's why we encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. And what better way for you to upgrade? To get involved in your journey for mastery. Because mastery is a journey with an experience. I can't wait to hear your feedback about mastery and how you're attaining mastery. Please do well to share this with your friends, families, your loved ones, and even your enemies, because there's always more on the upgrade side of life. And that's why we encourage you to leave good behind so that you can upgrade. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.